In this video, we're going behind the scenes. In this behind the scenes video, I'm going to show you how I edit my video, how I edit my audio, the process of getting to finding software and stuff like that for my videos, and just general tutorials. What I usually do first is just something simple as going to the internet and DeviantArt to find something like this, for example, startup sound changer that might be useful, and I'm definitely going to try out because I don't like the Windows 7 startup sound that much, to replace it. And then what I have with Google Chrome is a little extension that takes a screenshot of this whole web page. Now I use screenshots of web pages and like software videos and program videos, whatnot, just because it cuts down on system resources while editing, makes everything smoother and better to edit. Now that part's done, what I tend to do is I record the screen next. So I'll go here and then I'll run my screen capture software, which right now, as I'm doing this behind the scenes video, I'm using Camtasia. So for the purpose of this, I'm going to use Fraps to capture the screen capture for the screen capture. So what I usually do is just go to the link with the site gives me, and I scroll down and then I capture this part here where in the video I usually say save it somewhere like your desktop or where you'll find it easily, something like that. So we'll just save this here and then anywhere. Then here comes the testing. I don't just find a program and then like tell you about it and not test it out myself. So what I usually do is just put it through its paces, see what it can do, what it can't do, whether it'll be even compatible with Windows 7 64-bit, because it's no good doing the video and then it messes up halfway through. And this works pretty much well, and I'm going to use this for a video after this behind the scenes video. So when I've done with all the video editing, recording rather, I just press stop on my video screen capture software, and then it goes into Sony Vegas. So we're going to go into that. So now we're in Sony Vegas. This is where the magic happens. So we're just going to go to File, New, and then start with a new project with these settings. And now it's time to gather all of the video resources. And then what I'll usually do is I'll go to my users folder, and I have a video with all of my YouTube videos archived, including intros and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. Now usually I'd have an audio file, but obviously I'm recording right now. This is all pretty much live. I'm going to keep the editing down low at this point. So we're just going to drag and drop the picture in, and what I usually do is just crop it, because it needs to be 16 by 9 obviously. And this is where I usually do the 3D composition mode, pan crop, whatever. So we're going to do that 3D source alpha. We're going to do this. And then what I usually do is, that usual pan. So what I'll do is this. Then I move about 5 seconds in or something like that. Where are you, 5 seconds? And then we'll change it up a bit, so when we play it back, it should look like this, how it usually is. Now what I'll usually do for the rest of this video is I'll just go straight to video effects, then I'll go to soft contrast, and I've got a preset already here in my tutorial, so like a vignette. Only a slight one. And then that's pretty much complete. So at this point, what I usually do is I usually kind of say what I'm going to say in advance as I'm editing. So after I do this little 5-second intro part, I'll say something like, in this video I'm going to tell you how to blah blah blah, or in this video we're going to be looking at Startup Sound Changer for Windows 7. Or something like that. And I'll make sure that the timing's right, and then what I'll usually do is I'll go back to the project media at the intro shortly after, blah blah. Then I'll drag and drop the video in for our main software. Now, I usually won't have to do this because I do my videos in 16:9 widescreen ratio, but if we look here, because it's a Fraps video, you can't really change the aspect ratio. What I usually do is just go to Event Pan Crop in Sony Vegas, crop it 16:9, and we sort it. Probably pan it if I need to. Then what I usually do, or sometimes what I usually do, is I'll go to composition mode or track motion, and I'll just shrink that down a little bit. Then what we need to do is I usually have a background loop, or sometimes I'll just add a solid color. For this part we'll just do red, for example. Drop that in underneath it. Then I usually add another layer, put it down underneath that, and I usually add a black solid layer. This is what's going to be the drop shadow for this kind of effect that I usually do. I've done a video on how to do this drop shadow effect, so I don't really need to explain or anything like that. I'll just make it a bit smaller, go to video effects, go to border, soft edge, drag down to the drop shadow, and we have it pretty much like that. Now, depending on the video content and what I use, because sometimes I do videos where there's like 2 or 3 programs in one video, or question and answer videos. Sometimes, even though there's probably about 6 tracks, there's usually about 3 audio and the rest are video. Sometimes I'll have about 12 to 16 tracks in one video. For my audio, you probably could guess that I record using this microphone and a boom that I made from a wireframe coat hanger that rests on my PC desk. If you've seen my previous videos where I go through my whole setup, you'll probably already know that I've got a corner desk with a raised platform. For software, I already said in another video, which I did a whole long video of, I use Adobe Sound Booth mostly, but also use Adobe Audition for other things. To record my voice, I don't actually record in Adobe Audition or Adobe Sound Booth. I record in Audacity, export the file, then import it. I mean, sure, I could probably record in Adobe Sound Booth, but I don't know, I think Audacity is just light on resources. So, I hope you've enjoyed this behind the scenes on how I do my videos. Although it's oversimplified in some parts, it's still a pretty damn good idea how I do my videos. So until next time, thank you for watching, and goodbye.